Fearless Pioneer.
Yo, what's going on guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise of the War video. Today guys, I've got an update on how our RP, Rebuilding Glory, the new revamped version of it, is going. And it's a pretty fun season so far, so we'll go over the map and everything and show what's happening, see what factions in that, and all the fellowships and everything. We'll have a look at the leaderboards and everything. Yeah, and a whole lot, so we'll just break down. I'll show you all my commanders, and I've had a pretty good start to this season and stuff like that, so let's get into it, shall we? So like always, we'll start off first. We'll go to the map. So as you can see, we are doing quite well at the moment, but we'll talk about everyone. So I'm playing as Lyndon this season. I'm still with my same team that I've been with for like over a year. A lot of great members in there, absolute legends. So yeah, as you can see, we've taken a lot of our areas. So our starting area is the Blue Mountains, and we've pushed in and taken all of like Rivendell and Eredor and stuff like that. Been getting into a few scuffles with Angmar. Angmar is pretty quiet this season. A couple of players, but yeah, not a lot. It's Evil's pretty much dead in this entire server. It's pretty sad to see, especially like in the whole RP sense. Evil's like role played like in and stuff like that. There's really no like Evil anymore, so it's pretty hard. There's only a couple of teams out there anymore, so it's basically all good side factions that are dominating. So I kind of feel bad for Angmar. If anyone from Angmar does see this, I recommend that you guys should, while you've got the chance before the server progresses, to go over to Ruin. It's pretty much the only like last active one that's left, and all the Evil just group up into one big one so that you have some fun and some chance in that. But yeah, we've been pushing up into Angmar and stuff like that. As you can see, we've pushed down like the other fellowship. So we've got like Unbroken and we're in Book and such, and we've got Owls. They're the three main ones for us. Kind of bypassed Arnor there. So then we'll talk about, so we've got Lothlorien over there. They've been doing pretty good, so they did really good in their starting area and that. They've had some scuffles with the dwarf. Now I don't know if it's just friendly leveling and stuff like that, but there hasn't been a whole lot of deaths in that there and stuff, so there's been a few battle pins and such there, so not a whole lot been happening. So they might be just having some friendly scuffles and leveling commanders and that. That is the same. Now the two really big ones, besides ourselves, we have is Gondor, who have like Silk and that in them, and Home. You'll recognize a couple of them. And then in Rohan, we've got like Solo and stuff, and Pipe. Yeah, Colt. There's a few in there. I noticed a lot of the players that I recognized before, but I don't really recognize the names much. But there is definitely new people to verse there. So they're both doing really, really, really well. Mordor was pretty much non-existent, so Gondor got a lot of really good farming land. You can see they picked up a lot of keeps in the last day or two with the flags there. So they got themselves some really good areas there like such. They haven't taken Mordor's capital. Whether they're going to take that later on, or they want to leave rewards for the Mordor players, if there is any. If there is anyone in Mordor, I highly recommend you move over to Ruin before the last chance that you got. Yeah, but these battle pins here are basically being friendly scuffles for leveling commanders and such. So they're going to have 41s and 42s in that, so it is an advantage. So obviously we're in the west in that. Eventually everyone wants to go for the ring, so there will be scuffles happen eventually, but no super major like big PvPs and stuff and like alliances and that as of yet. And then we've got the dwarves, like I was talking about before. They've got all of their starting lands. They haven't taken any land outside of their starting lands either, so there may not be as many numbers and as big as Loth. So we'll have to see what's going on there. But you can see like Gondor's been pushing up, Rohan. So these passes and that will open very soon. We're in a fair way. We're probably a week or so away until they open, and that's when the real fun will begin. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happening on the map at the moment. And then we've got Ruin, who have taken a keep as well. Angmar started off good, like grabbing keeps in the first, because basically now for like the first, like I think it's like 4 days, you can't leave your spawn area until you get past like progress, these ones here, until you get past these, which is like progression 4 in the season, which we'll go have a look at now. So if we go in here, we'll have a look at the season stuff in the leaderboard. So we're waiting for preparation 6 to be completed, then these passes and that were unlocked. So 14 hours actually, I think, until those level 8 passes unlock, I'm pretty sure. If we look here, it should say, yeah, so they've got 14 hours to switch, and then yeah, this one all happens, and then the passes and that open and stuff. Yeah, see, unseals the passes. So there's 14 hours until all of them open. Alright, we have a look at the leaderboards. I'm up there for once. I'm doing pretty good in affluence. So affluence basically now is like the new thing with ring power and that, and you can gain this from doing a few things that I'll show you in a moment. Well, basically it's pretty simple. Like, you can do it by doing like your tasks. You know how you have all your chapters, you do them, and then you get daily amounts, and then I'll show you the other part in the fellowship. Basically, when you do the fellowship task, we'll have a look at it right now. So when in the fellowship, you can obtain 2,400 of the ring respect a week, which is really good, by doing certain tasks. You'll see with these gold red crown banner there, and then that will level up your reputation. So it is a bit slower and stuff with the ring leveling and that, but it's a lot more balanced than that, which is pretty good. But yeah, if I go back to the leaderboards, you can see things like the first occupying of the tiles and that, and all the levels, which is pretty cool. Merit, I'm down there a lot. Like, we haven't had a lot of battles compared to a lot of the people that are in Gondor and such that actually have access to PvP at the moment, but merit levels aren't super high. And then you can see like all your fellowships, so you can see the fellowship who have got the highest affluence and such. So we're doing pretty good up there. Then you can see Gondor is pretty strong. They've got 3 really good strong fellowships there, and then you got a few of the Rohans and that. So yeah, pretty interesting. You can just see your season points, development levels and such, and the commanders, which is pretty cool. So you can see some people do have 42s and 41s now. I'll talk about my commanders now. That's the next thing we're going to go have a look at. So my commanders have been going really good. So I have 8 level 40s already, and I've had that for about 2-3 days now. So we've got 8 level 40s. This is my main formation that I'm using at the moment, so my full meta build. It is a little bit mixed up at the moment, so if I go to level, it'll look a bit better. My second formation, which I'm really looking forward to testing out a lot this season, was doing really good versatile. As you can see, got a lot of Zenith levels in there and that. So you've got like those 4, which is really good. Then I got my third one here, which has got a fair bit of healing from Thorundil, and then of course Radagast, so a healing. And then my 4th one at the moment, these are just level 20s. Then I've got my 2 like basically movers around and stuff, like my gatherers, and going and like all my pathing and stuff, which is pretty much no pathing anymore, but you know what I mean. So these guys get me around quick on the map, and then the rest I just use these guys for sieging, and that's pretty much it. My gear these days, if you want to have a look at my gear, I just run the one full set. I used to have all purples, but a lot of the people know the story how I lost 64 gold gear, and like I have really bad OCD with keeping purple and blue equipment now, so I usually get rid of a lot of it, but I started keeping the siege one, so trying to build up some siege gear in that to level up my siege in that these days. Yeah, and that's pretty much what's happening in the season at the moment, guys. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video there. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going away for a couple of days or so, about 3-4 days, so I'll be back then and give you an update and everything on what's happening. So yeah, until next time, guys, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. See yous.
Thousands songs of the EJU.